Hey guys, Jonah here, back with a beer review, and thought I'd do something slightly different. Well, slightly different. It's not Scottish this time. We are doing an Irish one, but it's not Hagstravaganza. It's this bad boy, which is slightly older. There we go. It is from OBroth3r Brewing. Oh, brother. This one is called the Nightcrawler. 4.5% Milk Stout. We remember the Nightcrawler. Look at that. It looks like that head is on my shoulders. That is some crazy totem thing going on. It's absolutely crazy. Doesn't give you too much detail, but this has, because it's a milk stout, it's got lactose in, not surprised, and it's got some oats in, but no yeast. It's telling me it should be rich, roasty, chocolate and vanilla tasting. We keep going round, we get back to the Nightcrawler. And then same thing over there, the Nightcrawler, which is cool. If you're wondering why I'm saying we remember the Nightcrawler, watch Mad Max, the original Mad Max, because yeah, the Nightcrawler is in that one, causing havoc on the Australian roads, almost running over babies and all sorts of goodness. Right, we got my Canterbury Tulip again. Let's get this bad boy into a glass. I'm really liking these glasses, but they're a tiny bit too small for the 330s. But the bigger glass that I bought is a little bit too big. I'm kind of in limbo, so I thought I'd still use these, considering it's from my pals at my old work. Good finger's head of fluffy clouds. Nice tanned head. Absolutely crazy. I've been drinking a lot of dark beers lately. Getting in touch with the darkness as we get into the autumn, which is always good. Ooh, it's definitely got that kind of sweet, yeah, like touching on vanilla type thing, but there's something else there. There's that kind of astringency that you get with some stouts and porters that tells you this is going to be bitter. But hopefully, because it's got some lacto in, it's going to balance it. And milk stouts tend to be on the sweet side. 4.5% though is quite light. So we'll see how bitter this one is. And that is proper dark. If you look right at the bottom of the glass, you can see it changing colour a tiny bit to a reddish, but the rest of it is pretty dark. Yeah, that head has kind of disappeared, which is a real shame, because I like head to hang around a little bit. Cheers and beers. Let's see what we've got from OBroth3r. OBroth3r! It's the Nightcrawler. That's interesting. There is definitely some astringency there from the roasted dark malts, but it's balanced out really well. So it's roasty, but it's not superbly bitter. And sometimes you get a really bitter, dark, gnarly one. This isn't like that, but neither is it very sweet. So it's got just a little sweetness, the milk sweetness, the lactose sweetness, to take the edge off the bitterness that you would have got. If that makes sense. But I'm not getting chocolate either. The roastiness is not coffee roastedness as well. It's just roast. It's just like dark burnt wood or something like that. It's just roast taste, but not roast coffee. And I'm not getting the chocolate there. Though I was getting a little bit of the vanilla kind of thing on the nose, I'm not really getting that on the mouth either. But as we all know, sometimes the first mouthful is slightly different to the rest. So let's go back in and have some more. Ooh. I'm glad to say today that I have got the tide lines, and this says there is no wheat. So maybe oats is the answer. Okay. So this time, although the roastedness is there, I am getting a tiny bit of the roast flavour is there. I'm getting a tiny bit of the chocolate. Maybe roast coffee, maybe a hint of, but it's not strong at all. And that's not too bad considering this is a 4.5% beer, so quite a light beer. And it's not chewy as well, so it's quite light taste. A little bit like Guinness, and most people are really surprised to find out that Guinness is only in the fours. It might only be 4% these days. I think it was 4 and a bit, but yeah, maybe 4.5 maximum. I'm talking the normal Guinness, the draft. I think the original's still a little bit stronger. Wow, there's a bit of carbonation still in this bad boy, but yeah, that roastiness is just is so weird. It's like if someone said roasted what? Yeah, I'm finding it difficult. It's roast. That's quite cool. 3 sips. My first mouthful was quite large, and then 2 other ones. Every sip you get a tide line, and for me, that is the mark of a very good, nicely roasted stout. Especially sometimes you get it on porters, and of late you get it on the Neepers as well. But it's a very good sign. So I'm swirling this to try and get some of the carbon dioxide out of there. See if it changes the flavour at all. Oh, let's try and get this bad boy. Oh, look, that's kind of like a weird face there as well, where the label matches up. That's nice. I like that. The Nightcrawler. There we go. Let's get that in the shot. Let's move and try and get the money shot, sort of. Sometimes when I'm editing my videos, I can't even be bothered, you know. I shouldn't say that. I should say, I was doing a Scottish accent, and then I was doing another Scottish accent, an Irish accent. Look at that. That does look like a face, but that is good. That is the Nightcrawler. And then that is just like some crazy face. Wonder if they did that on purpose. I like to think that designers, good designers, do things like that, but sometimes good design lends itself to kind of accidents like that, which weren't planned. So you get that third face on there. It looks more like an owl with a long nose. I don't know if you can see that. Whereas that guy is proper gnarly. Hey, who knows? I like it. Right, let's go. See, look, that first tide line is still there. Right, let's go in for more. So I'm not getting so much of the vanilla on the aroma now. And I didn't seem to get it at all on the taste originally. Let's see if we do now. Okay, so that second part, less roasty, which is cool. And the milk, the lactose sugars, milk sugars, are really giving it a nice sweetness now. I did have that in the fridge because, as it's being a slightly older beer, I've had it a while. I'm always worried about these beers kind of exploding and getting overcarbonated and stuff. So I put them in the beer in the beer. I put them in the fridge. The beer in the fridge. But now it's beginning to warm up. Yeah, that astringency is kind of going away a little bit. I'm getting a bit more sweetness now. Less roastedness though. So as the sweetness increases, the roastiness is going away now. Or maybe my palate, because it was quite astringent, is kind of used to that now, and it's kind of cancelling out a little bit. Maybe that, yeah, getting that chocolate there. Still not getting any kind of coffee at all. And yeah, although a tiny bit of vanilla on the nose initially, not getting it at all. Again, a couple of tide lines, which is always good to see. I really do like seeing that on a beer. On a glass, it gives you something to do, especially when it's welded on. Like, I don't know if you can see, but that first top line is where I filled it up to, and then the head filled up the rest of the glass. So that is still the initial protein from the first pour. Nice. Beer is very clever, isn't it? Gives you something to look at. And of course, when you're tasting a beer, tasting begins with the eyes, then to the nose, then to the mouth. Some people say that's bollocks, but I don't agree. I think the beer looks good. It gives you some anticipation for what it's going to be like. Same as if a beer looks really dodgy, I don't know if I'm going to like this kind of thing. They're all connected. Our senses are all connected to our noggin, to our brain. Makes things nice and interesting, makes the world interesting. That is a nice beer, I have to say. Really nice. And I'm not surprised that it's Irish. Irish beers, especially Irish stouts. This isn't an Irish stout, this is a milk stout, but made in Ireland. They know their business when it comes to making dark beers. They really do. Yeah, and that was a nice one. I'm liking that. Maybe I'm getting a tiny hint of coffee now. I haven't drunk coffee at all today. But maybe I'm getting the mildest coffee aftertaste, maybe. But I didn't taste any coffee. Maybe it's just because there's a bit of milk in there. Who knows? Anyway, this has been Unclejona, probably boring you up to 15 minutes almost now. So I will bid you adieu. Yeah, we'll be back for more beer reviews real soon. If you want to, click like, click subscribe. Keep the elder gods of YouTube happy by doing so. And obviously, yeah, they'll think Unclejona's contributing to the whole YouTube experience. So yes, if you can click like, that would be really nice of you. Cool. You don't have to. It's not a problem if you don't. But yeah, the fact that you're still here 15 minutes in says more to me than anything else. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. So this has been Uncle Jonah drinking Irish beer this time, so you guys don't have to. We'll see you real soon for another beer review. Take care, guys.